Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure! Today is Monday, September 22nd, and of course that means that it is time for a portal day, where we are going to journey to the roof of the Nether and build another portal frame. Now last week we actually ventured to build two. I think they both turned out quite well, and I figured we would do the same here today, so that, you know, we're not stretching this out longer than we need to, because we have other things to do on portal days than portals, which sounds confusing, but in the time remaining to us, here's what I would like to do. We have 4 remaining portals, this one to the north, this one to the west, this one to the southwest, and this one to the southwest. Very far away. But also, we need to find time to remodel this one, which is hideous. Time to remodel our home portal, which isn't bad, but also just doesn't really convey the energy of our house in any way. Like that just looks like a miniaturized Yates estate, and it looks pretty good, and that kind of looks like what's in the overworld, and that kind of looks like the end. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how most of these have turned out and how they represent the respective biomes you're traveling to. Not so much with our house. And this one is repugnant. So we gotta redesign those, but then also we need to decorate the portal home in the overworld because it looks terrible. It's just a dirt island floating in the sky that we've been talking about for years. And then also over there on the distant horizon, we need to build the tower where all of this is going to reside, which is going to be quite the process. So we need to start knocking out some portals. And I've been putting this one off to the north here because I kind of didn't want to go back there immediately. That felt like, yeah, in the immediate aftermath of going over there and bringing some animals home through it, I was like, well, I don't want to go back up there and work on that portal. But it is all the way up here to the north. And there's a couple other ones I was trying to figure out, like, okay, well, if we do this one, what should our second be? Because I feel like we could probably knock 2 out. Now, this one's basic. It's just in a little village. And I figured what we would do is we would sort of take inspiration from the local housing around here. These are built out of acacia logs, acacia stairs. They've got some terracotta that looks cool. I don't know if we necessarily need to have terracotta as well. But I feel like a bit of acacia wood is kind of all we need to get this one built up. I mean, yeah, there's some different like design aesthetics that we could take inspiration from. I like what they've done there with the logs on their side. But this one's going to be super simple, super straightforward. I'm thinking what we do for this one is we, you know, taking inspiration from the houses, we get ourselves some, what are you selling? You're a wandering trader. Oh, you were here before. I killed your llamas. You're still just here, I guess, because the chunk's unloaded. That's fun. Maybe we do glazed terracotta as the border, the yellow glazed terracotta, and then we use acacia wood, kind of take inspiration from all of these little houses here. And we just build up like a simple thing around the portal, nothing too fancy, add a little roof to it, and call it a day. I like that idea. I don't know how much acacia wood I have back home, so I'm going to go ahead and collect some while I'm here. I'm going to go a little ways away from the village, but I'm not just going to harvest it. I am going to replant it, because I think, you know, acacia wood is beautiful, and it makes for a stunning and striking the landscape. Is the word I was looking for that wasn't coming to mind for some reason? Landscape. Beautiful word. Perfectly illustrates what I'm getting at here. I'm not going to stand around and wait for the saplings, though. Hopefully we'll catch some on our way back out. We'll kind of plant them willy-nilly all over the place. We'll probably plant too many of them. The environment will be just overwhelmed with acacia trees, and it'll sort of ruin the local wildlife, right? It's going to mess up the balance of nature in some kind of horrible way that the villagers will hold us accountable for some reason. Well, you're the ones who came over here and cut down all the logs. Well, you're the ones who made the logs look so intriguing with your acacia log housing. Did you ever think about that? Maybe if you built your house out of like regular old pine 2x4s, and drywall, I wouldn't have thought, oh wow, that's a really interesting design. I would have just been like, yeah, look, a basic house. And wow. All those animals looking so happy in the woods and the Lorax is what would have driven me to cut down all of those trees. Because clearly they're having a great time living in those trees, and I want to have a great time too. And also I want to make hats out of the weird fluffy leaves. I would have absolutely deforested that place. Are you kidding me? Do you see how funky those trees are? I would have deforested that place in a heartbeat. I would have made a fortune. I'll tell you what I would have done differently, though, is I would have replanted the trees. Okay? Did you not consider that your free money had cheats, that your free money hack was going to run dry once all the trees were dead? What's his name? The Onceler or whatever stupid name he had? What an idiot. Replant the dang trees, not just for the sake of the animals, because quite honestly, who cares about them, but for your own profits, you know? And then do like a thing where you do a rotation, and you walk in there and you tell all the furry little animals, the ones that you don't eat at least, like, hey, time to relocate over here because I'm cutting all these trees down. Anyone who gets left behind is getting put on the spit tonight. Delicious, delicious raccoon flesh, bear flesh, boar flesh. I'd eat the heck out of that Lorax. Are you kidding me? He looks like he plump and juicy. Cook that thing up, I bet you that thing be delicious. Comment down below, let me know, would you eat a Lorax if given the opportunity? If you say no, I know you're lying. Alright, I felled most of the trees, but I replanted way more than I collected, and I am ready to head out of here. We'll need to deal with the terracotta issue. I think we could probably just, like, make yellow terracotta, though. Like, can't we dye it? Maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining that. Maybe you have to go actually collect it where you find it. That's okay. There's a portal for that, and a mine for it, for that matter. But if I look up terracotta, and we have a look here, you can dye it. Lol. Dye it. Lol. Like you're trying to lose weight. Lol. Hello! That's a great thing to see the second you come out. Just this guy in full regalia, ready to go. Hwah! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. No, 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 I gotta prove that I'm good at Minecraft! I just gotta get to my mine. I could fly, but at this point there's a witch in front of me and I have an obligation. I must not permit a witch to live! It's in the Bible! Rah! Oh no! Oh no! Look at them! The little babies! The little babies! I'm just doing what I have to do. That was an accident. Now I'm poisoned! Now I could just fly away and I'm not! At this point it's a matter of pride. I gotta walk there. Hello! Alright. Down we go, into our mine, where we want to collect mostly the basic terracotta, but don't we want, like, if we could just get the yellow stuff, and there is yellow stuff in the mountain there, we could open up a second mine. Oh my gosh, it's a spider jockey. You don't see those very often. Look at this, there's already, like, a hole here. There's already, like, the beginnings of a mine. This is perfect. Oh, buddy, look, there's some yellow back here, let's go! At the literal end of the mine. That's unfortunate. What is that? What is that? Is that just like an abandoned portal? Stop that. Okay, we're gonna like I'd love to start the mine from down here, but looking at where the yellow terracotta is located, we'd have to mine quite a ways to get up behind it, which is our goal. We want to leave the outside in place. We just want to collect the inside terracotta. So... come here, you. Go. I suppose what we can do is just dig a hole into the side of the mountain here. Like an actual, like a mine. Why does that mini-map keep coming back up? I'm not clicking anything to bring that up, I don't think. Hold on. Minimap 2 is disabled. Minimap 1 is disabled. Oh, and now it's just gone. See, that's... but I didn't disable... I don't care, whatever. It just keeps coming back all by itself, and I don't know why. All of my key bindings are messed up, I don't know why. So there was already an entrance here I could have just dropped in from. Tiny little entrance right there is perfect. Something like that, maybe, even? Yeah, really de-emphasize it. Maybe I ought to put, like, something in the entrance there, just to make sure I don't get jumped. You're just trying to have a peaceful mining session, and then suddenly... husks come swarming in. This was the correct thing to do. We've saved a bunch of time, and also we've created an interesting little historical artifact, right? Like, there is a terracotta mine now in the world. In the future, when my grandchildren decide to play Minecraft on old Grandpappy's old world, they're gonna come across this, and they're gonna be like, oh wow, I wonder what he did here. And then they'll go back and they'll watch the video, and they'll be like, wow, Grandpappy was boring. He's not even playing an ultra-realistic VR simulation. Kids, it didn't exist yet. Okay, I would have. Trust me, if it existed, but it doesn't. Okay. That is enough for now. Actually, you know what? We've almost got, like, a full stack. Let's go ahead and top that off. Let's get a full stack. Now, we're gonna eat this potato. We're gonna fly home. And by fly home, I mean fly through this portal over here, and then fly home. Yeah, so we did not have a lot of acacia logs. We definitely made the right call going to get some more. I'm gonna grab what we got in here, though. Or at least enough that we have 2 stacks. I am going to top off on things, because that makes sense, and I normally don't do that until I'm, like, much closer to running out. There we go. I guess I should have started all of this cooking, like, way earlier. Because then, you know, we wouldn't have to stand around and wait for it. There's, like, an iron axe in there for some reason. We're gonna get that cooking up, and then we want to make sure this goes in next. And then the last thing we want to go in there is the sand, which it's not going to get to, but, you know. Now, let's go ahead and put our logs inside of the stone. Wait a minute. I made a video looking at Nemo's Woodcutter, which is a really cool mod, which I still have installed in the client, but it's not on the server, so it's not buildable. And even if it was, we wouldn't use it because it's not vanilla. The only mods we've installed are mods that are kind of act as visual overhauls or add very slight mechanical tweaks, like, for example, the double doors mod, a thing that should just be in the game. That should just be in the game. I'm not going to hear any debate or discussion about it, but I'm not adding something that adds an entire new block. That's a bridge too far for us. I'm not saying you can't play like that. You absolutely can. Play your Minecraft the way you want to play your Minecraft, you know? But that's just not what we're going to do. So that's going to take a while, isn't it? Can I... You know what? We're going to take the... We've got some more... we're going to take this and divide that in 2 and run those over here. And for fuel, we will use, if we have any of it, yes, dried kelp. Each of these, I believe, will do 20 items, which means that actually what we should do is we should add another 10 into each of these. There we are. So that ought to speed up our operations a bit more. And then we really don't need the rest of this yellow terracotta. It's not going to be a part of the operation. We can tuck that away. And I'll be curious to see how much more terracotta we have in the terracotta chests. None of it is yellow. That's good to know. So we didn't waste time collecting that. It's going to come in handy in the future. Finally, what we'll need is a little bit of grass. We'll bring some bone meal, because it might be nice to have some other, like, grass and things. Like, you know, like tall grass. I mean, this is grass, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. Like, the grass block itself. You know what? We might even want to plant some acacia trees. We're going to bring 4 of them. I'm not saying we're going to plant 4 of them. I'm saying we're going to bring 4 of them. And if that's the case, they might be tricky to get growing, so we might want to bring, like, more bone meal in the form of just bone blocks. And, yeah. That ought to get the job done. I believe we need 48 of these blocks, if my memory serves me correctly on the math that we did that one time. Yeah, because it's 13 by 13, which means each side needs 12 blocks, counting the extra block for each corner that exists in the other side. If that made sense. Hopefully. So there's 20 right there. 12 and 12. 46. And 48. All right, let's head up there and see what we can get started. You know what? Wait a minute. First off, this is 14. I meant to have 2 stacks, maybe 3. You know, we'll just bring a lot of grass in case things get dicey out there. Maybe, nah, that's fine. We need a hanging sign. Actually, we need 2 of them. I think that on this wood, we don't need to dye it. Maybe we need to make it glow. But also, I'm not sure if it's necessary. We'll see. Mr. Enderman, how did you get here? And why are you here? How long do you intend to stay? I have many questions for you, Mr. Enderman, on this lovely day. The preparations necessary for this northern portal took a lot longer than anticipated, so even though I had intended to... I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought I was going to do 3 portals today. This might end up being a one and done, which would be okay. I'd accept that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then these are going to go all around the outside. Boom! I was exactly right. Which, of course, I was going to be, because it's basic math. There we go. Grass is filled in, and it's going to go away here soon, because we're going to do a wood flooring. I don't know about the floor placement necessarily. It might get shifted slightly, but it's good enough for now. Remember how they did this on some of the houses in the village? I thought that would be good here on these outsides. Most of the roofs were just like this, right? Like slabs and planks. So I think that'll work just fine here. I'm trying to decide. I think we leave the acacia planks there like they are the floor of this portal house. And I think we do one of these in the middle on each side. Yeah, I like that. Well, maybe I like it. I don't know. Take it or leave it. I forgot to bring lanterns. Yet again. Yet again. I also made way too many fences. Does Acacia Hills sound good? Because it's a place that doesn't actually have a name right now, and Acacia Hills sounds pretty good to me. Okay, I'm gonna head back. We're gonna get some lanterns, and I'm gonna get some carpet maybe for the roof, because that middle piece there I'm concerned about. But aside from that, maybe we plant some acacia trees and see what, if anything, kind of comes of it. My concern would be that they'll grow into the house, or they won't grow at all. Maybe that's okay. Maybe we just have them as decorative. And then we just grow some grass around them. Yeah, that's pretty good. Brown or orange? That's the question. We could go get either of them from the animal farm. What's it called? The barn? Obviously it's called the barn that still has a hole in it from heaven only knows what that we've yet to fix. But, ow, if we wanted brown... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Are these things, like, filled to overflowing down here? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. No, they're getting close, aren't they? Okay. Well, that's a problem I need to deal with, I guess. Probably not, like, at this exact moment, but... I will take a stack out of each of these. The back ones probably, yeah, are not so close. I'm gonna go with brown, because we have the most of them. Did a lantern... Oh. No, never mind. These are the slabs. These are the planks here. I definitely didn't bring enough for that. But also, there might just be enough light up here that it won't matter? Seems like it. I don't know. Things spawn in places they shouldn't. I mean, you've seen the magmas. They're very irritating. But there it is. I think it's nice, it's simple, and it's definitely not what I thought we were going to be doing today, because I thought we were going to be throwing down a bunch of really quick and easy ones. But I'll tell you what, the operation to get the mine going and then collecting all the acacia wood took longer than expected. But I'm happy that we've got the northernmost portal now completed. Acacia Hills. Terracotta Spire. Nether portal to the end portal. That's what I meant to say. These two. Not all of them have great names that I can remember, but that leaves 3 remaining, right? This one here, which is just a cave. Who knows what that's gonna look like? This one here, that is just a cave in a mountain. That's a kind of a cool mountain. This one here, that's the snow shack. Oh no, it's not called that. It's Swamp Shack. That's down here. There is no Snow Shack. I don't remember what we called that one. We had a name for it. Maybe it was Snow Shack. And then we built a tower, a couple of remodels. We're doing good here. We're doing good here. The end of the year is rapidly approaching. Shout out to all of our wonderful supporters. Thank you all so much for watching. God bless each and every one of you, and I will see you later. Bye!